I don't know what you're thinking. You'll do fucking none. Congrats to Conor McGregor, the Notorious, on his latest business venture. If you want to know what that is, stay tuned to this video. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. And I gotta give you guys the update. Make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. A lot going on, and let's talk about it. Right now I'm on the Instagram, the verified Instagram of the Notorious MMA, aka Conor McGregor, aka you'll do fucking none, aka I don't know what you're thinking, right? And he just posted this. You see something in his ear? The caption reads, "It's a beautiful day. I'm now officially a Beatsbydre athlete. Shout out to the great Jimmy Iovine, Bono, U2, Bono of U2. And also my brother Drake, as we begin working this deal at his show in LA. As we began, it is an honor for me to join this prestigious team alongside some of the world's greatest athletes and musicians. Welcome to the Mac Life. Hashtag be heard." Now, congrats to Conor McGregor, man. I don't know if anyone really doubted it, but his star power is real. This man came from Ireland, where when he was fighting in Ireland, people in the States didn't really know him like that, right? As he advanced and was knocking people out, great, brilliant strikes, he started getting the tatted, you know, he got the chest piece tats, got some ink, and he got swagged out, and the world took notice, and the people really liked it, and then it's been on and popping for Conor McGregor ever since. I mean, he's been in Call of Duty. I heard that they wanted him on the HBO show Game of Thrones when that was on. They wanted him to play a character. And I'm sure he's gotten tons of other deals. He's been on shows, Conan O'Brien. Conor is big business. And this is just the latest example of that. So congrats to Conor. I really like Conor McGregor. Like I said, he got swag. La da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOGG. Right? If you guys remember when he was on the bike on the UFC Embedded, I believe. And he's in shape. He's an athlete. He just got a Beatsbydre deal. I believe Anthony Joshua, heavyweight, has a deal with them too. And Drake, this is good company. You know what I mean? These are all athletes that are doing well for themselves, and entertainers and musicians that are doing well for themselves. So I really like this. I'm happy for Conor McGregor. Like I said, I really like Conor McGregor. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Conor McGregor boxing. With that success, with those accolades, with that mouthpiece, pause, comes the Mayweather fight. Conor McGregor is big business, and it makes sense for him to fight Mayweather financially. Like he believes in his skill. He says, I'm good enough with striking. Mayweather is like, the only loss he has is on the ground. You know what I mean? I can't overlook this dude, right? Even though he's not a pure boxer, maybe his power and his size and just being awkward, and the fact that he's won his fights and look best when he's standing up, when he's on his two legs, right? Not when he's on the ground. So maybe he can transition. But regardless of the outcome of the fight, it's big business, and there's no one that can deny it. Now, I did a video about it. Oscar De La Hoya, he was hating on the fight. Let's just call a spade a spade. He was hating on the fight, and it just looks jealous. It looks salty. And I told you guys in January this year, I was coming, right? I told you. I said, it's not going to be a good year for some of y'all. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And the people that don't tell the truth, it's a wrap. Like, the thing that I gotta point out, and the double standard, and I got exposed with what De La Hoya is saying. He's saying, yeah, the fight's not good. It's not even about the fight. It's about where it's coming from. You know what I mean? Because I told you guys straight up, I want to watch this because these two guys entertain me, and I know the buildup will be there, and I want to see what type of performance they both put up. Floyd being 40, Conor McGregor in a sport we haven't really ready-made seen him at, you know what I mean? Just pure boxing as opposed to the MMA. So I'm gonna watch it. No, the full disclosure, you know what I mean? Make no mistake about it. I will watch it for those reasons. You can say, oh, it's a circus freak show, but I'm still gonna watch it. And the thing I can't stand is liars and hypocrites and just everything in that, like, in that realm. And the thing is, this is what I've noticed. A lot of, like, boxing media, they say, oh, Conor has no shot. This is a BS fight. Floyd's he's ruined his legacy, and this shouldn't count as 50, right? All this barking, all this crying. But guess what? Why are you talking about the fight? The best way to give this fight the worst possible ratings and the worst possible number is to not build it up by not speaking on it, not talking about it, not writing 800 to 1,000 word articles. Even if you're bashing the fight, saying why people should, you're fueling it. You're, instead of paying it no mind, like Jay-Z said, if you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward, right? So instead of pressing fast forward, you hit pause, you hit rewind, you hit play. You're watching everything and you're helping it. So if you really and truly said, oh, Canelo versus Golovkin, way better fight, this and that, then support those fights. Me, I keep it a buck and I give you guys my honest opinion, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to cover it, right? There's no mistake about it. And the thing that I don't like with the liars and the hypocrites is they're going to watch it too, right? And if they weren't, why are they constantly talking about it? Even if they're talking down on it, why are you talking about it? Why don't you talk about Joe Smith Jr. versus Sullivan Barrera? That's a good fight at light heavyweight. Why don't you talk about Ward Kovalev too? You know what I mean? Why aren't you making 50 videos or 40 articles being pinned up about that fight? Why are you even paying this fight any mind? You know what I mean? And ultimately, you're not going to be able to convince people how to spend their money. If they like Conor McGregor, if they like Floyd or want to see him lose, they're going to do it. So you could be De La Hoya or not, you just come across as a hater. And I told y'all it wasn't going to be a good year, and that's what it's looking like. Fight Hype, shout out to them. They did an interview with promoter Eddie Hearn, and he said the same thing that I told y'all yesterday, right? They said, oh, what did you think about De La Hoya's rant about Conor McGregor Floyd? And he's like, oh, basically that's rubbish, because people could have said the same thing about Canelo versus Chavez Jr. People are saying the Conor fight's a mismatch, which it is, right? He said, but people could have said that about Chavez Jr. That was a stinker. That was a horrible fight. Just what I told you guys yesterday, right? And it's so funny because people in the industry, boxers, trainers, promoters, they're corroborating things that I've said, that I brought up. But the stuff I'm reading in the comment section, oh, Floyd's an IV cheat, or he's the biggest pussy in boxing history, and the radical stuff that y'all are saying, I don't hear the trainers and promoters and everybody saying the stuff y'all saying in the comment section. So you can watch the Fight Hype interview with Eddie Hearn. He says, De La Hoya, you're tripping. And he says almost exactly what I was saying in my video about you can't coax and persuade people how to spend their money. If they like Conor McGregor and his radical fans, whether you agree or not, think he has a shot, they think he has a shot to beat Floyd Mayweather, then they're going to support it. They don't care what you're talking about. If they're entertained by the antics and the buildup, then they don't care what you're talking about. And it's just that simple, right? So to me, we got to stop all the fake stuff. You know what I mean? If you don't want the fight to happen, that's cool. You have every right to not like it or feel the fight is some clown show or whatever, circus. But guess what? Don't make no videos about it. Don't write any articles about it. Don't post about it on Facebook. Don't post about it on Instagram. That's the best way if you want to really hurt it. Otherwise, you're not being transparent and you're being what I loathe, fake. You're being fake. I'm telling you straight up, this is what I do full time. I like Floyd Mayweather. I like Conor McGregor, right? I think this will be entertaining. I think the fans will like my spin and my insight on the fight. So I will be covering and giving you guys news clippings and my thoughts on whatever if this fight goes down. You see how transparent that is, right? I'm not saying, oh, this is horrible, this is the worst thing ever, but then supporting it by constantly talking about it. And that's how that they want to have their cake and eat it too. The detractors that hate the fight so much, they're talking about it almost more than people who don't mind the fight. And ultimately, like I said before, you cannot prevent. It's not like football, you know what I mean? You can't do no prevent defense and prevent somebody from spending the money that they earn how they want to. You know what I mean? you can say whatever, like I'm not getting it, and put your opinion out there, but you can't coax people. And like I said in this video, the title of this video, Conor McGregor, he's building himself an empire, right? And this is the other thing that's fake. Conor McGregor, he just did a deal with Beats. Beats is a very successful company, right? Dr. Dre is one of the richest people in hip hop for having that patent and then selling it to Apple, right? And he's like almost a billionaire. Do the Google research, right? And Conor is an athlete who's being represented by such a big brand. You know what I mean? These are big brand deals. When the fighters team up with Under Armour, Beats, right? Like Power, Gatorade, whatever. These are big companies. Nike, Hennessy. These are big companies with money to spend. So Conor McGregor is bravo. He's doing a great job of marketing himself and building his fan interest. He has an entertaining fighting style, entertaining theatrics, the WWE stuff, and it is what it is. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's simple as that. It's very simple. But like I said, I make these videos and the people come on here to tell me how much they hate it, but they're in every video talking about the fight. You got to make it make sense to me. The other thing, with Conor McGregor signing a big deal, this is proving his worth in terms of his star power. He's clearly the biggest fighter in the UFC. There's nobody that generates the headlines, the amount of media attention, the amount of fan interest, the amount of subscribers and followers and websites and video games and all that Conor McGregor is doing. So even if you hated this fight as a fight, you can't deny that this makes business sense. And this is how I know people like Oscar De La Hoya and others are hating, because this makes business sense. There's no one, even a fight that's better for boxing, Canelo versus Golovkin, it might fall short to Mayweather versus McGregor, depending on when it happens and how well they build it up and stuff. But there is a chance. There's a chance that Mayweather McGregor can kind of play spoiler and outshine the better fight. That's how much star power these guys have, whether you like the fight or not. Now, this is how I know that people like Oscar and others are hating, because at the end of the day, he's promoting Miguel Cotto, who just left Rock Nation, has now done a pact with Golden Boy, and Miguel Cotto is fighting a guy who's not even ranked within the WBO in the top 15, with minimal experience at 154 that started off at 140, and that's Yoshihiro Kamagai, right? So why is De La Hoya, like Eddie Hearn was saying, why is he not bashing a title fight for the WBO vacant title that Canelo Álvarez, I was born ready, left behind? You're promoting Miguel Cotto, legend in the game, fighting a Japanese fighter who is little known. He fought Jesus Soto Kras. He fought against Robert Guerrero, but casuals will not know him. His face, if you put him in a police lineup, they'll be like, who is that? Who is that IT guy? Who is that student? They're not going to know who Kamagai is, right? You put Mayweather's face on a projection screen, a Jumbotron at a basketball game, or Conor McGregor, they'll know who that is. They're not going to know who Kamagai is. They'll be like, oh, Jeremy Lin, Juntao. Like, they're not going to know who he is, right? And the thing is, De La Hoya is promoting that fight, which is a title fight. To my knowledge, Mayweather versus Conor McGregor is not really for a title. It's just a big circus, big money fight, right? So Floyd is retired. He's not ranked. He shouldn't. I don't know if he's ranked with anyone, but he really shouldn't be. He hasn't fought in like 2 years, right? So they're coming together to possibly make this fight. So why didn't De La Hoya bash Canelo versus Chavez Jr.? Because he was promoting it, and that was a huge dud. And it didn't even really provide much entertainment value. The face-off was cool, but I don't think it'll be like Conor McGregor or Floyd, right? So why is he promoting Miguel Cotto fighting Kamagai? And see, this is the thing. You're saying Conor McGregor Floyd ruins the game and stuff, but you can't deny that it makes money. But Cotto versus Kamagai, what is that doing? How does that benefit Cotto's legacy when he's beaten better people than Kamagai? He beat Sergio Martinez. He beat Shane Mosley. He beat Zab Judah, right? What does beating Kamagai prove? Nothing. He beat Claudio, even though I thought he lost that fight. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really prove. He beat Margarito when he wasn't cheating. So what does beating Kamagai prove? Nothing. And on top of that, it doesn't even make a lot of money, right? Same thing with Pacquiao, Jeff Horn. That's not going to do this crazy numbers, and it's still happening. But De La Hoya sets his sight on Mayweather McGregor, telling the fans how bad it is. And just to add insult to injury, follow me on Instagram at Boxingego. I posted the video yesterday, and right here, this is where you see De La Hoya. He did an interview with TMZ. I did a compilation where he's saying that the fight with Conor McGregor, he should fight his fighter Canelo, and he said he would love to manage Conor McGregor. Now all of a sudden it switches when you're not a part of the business. That's hate. That's hate, because now that you're not getting a slice of the pie, now it's such a big problem, and you're putting on this front like you're trying to save boxing and you want everything to be right in boxing. But if that was the case, then why did Canelo fight Liam Smith, Amir Khan? The Chavez Jr. fight didn't deliver. You're promoting Cotto in a title fight against Kamagai, which is not a big fight. You know what I mean? Listen, I cover fights, and Miguel Cotto versus Kamagai is in my state. I live in California. I live up north in the Bay Area by San Francisco. That fight is in California at the StubHub Center, and I'm not even going to apply to go to that because I literally have no interest. Like, if I'm not paying for no plane ticket, if somebody wants to fly me out there or something like that, then cool. But I'm not spending my travel expenses to watch no Miguel Cotto versus Kamagai, right? Maybe I get someone to cover it or just cover it from home, but I'm not spending money on that. You know what I mean? But again, those are fights that De La Hoya is promoting, so he doesn't care. Bottom line, Conor McGregor's a star, Floyd Mayweather's a star, and they make money, and they make money together, whether you like it or not. And again, tell the truth. Tell the truth. If you don't like it, don't watch. Don't comment. Don't talk. Don't, you know what I mean? You can't tell people what they want. You know what I mean? If you're, let's say we're at a restaurant or a cafeteria and everybody loves the cheesecake. Oh, this cheesecake's delicious. What do I look like? I look like an asshole getting up. Oh, don't, that cheesecake is really not good. It's not even that good. It's not all that. I gave it a 1 star on Yelp, man. Okay, but everybody in the restaurant, they like the cheesecake, right? They don't have a problem paying for the cheesecake. So because my taste buds are different, then all of a sudden you're expecting everyone else to feel the same way and fall in line. It does not work like that. If everybody at Cheesecake Factory likes that particular cheesecake because you don't, that doesn't mean nothing. Don't eat it. You don't get the cheesecake. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Catch me outside. How about that? Like, you get something else. You get a churro or ice cream or no dessert, right? But ultimately you can't stop. You can't stop what other people want and how they want to spend their money. You know what I mean? That's just the way of the world. But again, congrats to Conor McGregor on his latest business deal. This is more proof that he's a star and he has a star power. I rest my case. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.